Well, I'm with Robert Llewellyn, Kryten from Red Dwarf. It's great to see you, Robert.
Thank you.
Okay, here we are in Scarborough at the Sci-Fi Fest. What do you think to it?
Well, it's been an amazing day so far. Some of my mates who don't understand about science fiction and particularly conventions go, "What on earth do you do that? It must drive you mad." And it's really, what you see here is people who are real fans. They love the show. I mean, if I was sitting there all day and people come out and telling me I was rubbish and they hated me, that could get wearing. But it's really lovely. The fans are fantastic. They're really sweet. We have a great time. So it's good. It's very nice to see.
I love Red Dwarf and I love Kryten. You know, and I can tell that you are Kryten, but only just. That's because I know. That's because I know. So what's it like being Kryten in Red Dwarf? It must be incredible.
It is. It has been a very bizarre experience. So I mean, if you think that I'm classified by Craig Charles as the new boy, because I've only been doing it for 25 years. So it's been a long time, yeah. It is a shocking thought, and we're doing a new series this year. You know, so it's still, the fact that it's still going on is quite remarkable. But I mean, it's a very mixed experience for me, because I absolutely love being in the show. It's brilliant fun. We all get on really well. We're all good mates, and that's all good. And the scripts are brilliant, and I love the result of it. But the actual experience of being underneath a rubber mask all day, at my age, is a little bit more wearing than it was when I started.
It's boiling in here, and we're not even wearing rubber, are we?
Yeah, I know, and I would be triple boiling if I was in the costume. It's very, very. It makes you very hot. So you know, I mean, but it's in the grand scheme of things, it's a small price to pay. It's a brilliant show to be involved with. I'm very proud of my association with it.
How long does it take to film an episode?
Well, essentially a week. So we'll rehearse and then we pre-record stuff. So anything that's got explosions in or big special effects, we pre-record, and then usually on a Friday or a Saturday night, the audience come in and we record as much as we can in front of an audience, because that's the best feedback for us as performers.
Robert, what's it like having to learn a script? Because I don't think I could learn a script.
I think I can either. I mean, I've never found it easy, and it's interesting when I have done other acting jobs and I read the script and I kind of know it, and I go, why is this so easy? And why is Red Dwarf so hard? I mean, everyone that works on Red Dwarf says it's because it's so beautifully written and it's very carefully crafted language. It's a bit different.
But it looks like fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's brilliant fun.
I love the word smeg. That is great, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's enormous fun to do. We have a great time, and when there's a live audience, we have about 300 or 400 people in the audience. So it's a really amazing atmosphere when we're recording the show in the studio. It's brilliant fun.
Chris Barrie, Mr. Rimmer.
Indeed.
Yeah, Rimmer. Yeah, and you haven't got your R on. I was hoping you'd have your R on.
We are?
No, it's an H.
Oh, it's an H?
Yeah.
Oh, H for hologram.
H for hologram.
You've starred in Red Dwarf right from the beginning. So what's it like for you being in Red Dwarf? How do you feel?
Well, yes, I'm a veteran. Some people haven't been in Red Dwarf that long.
A mere 25 years as opposed to 27.
No, I suppose it's not really my place to say, but it was okay for the first year and a half, and then
and then I joined. I lowered the tone.
Look, it's been great. It's been fantastic. It's been the backbone of my career, really. All our careers. I'd probably be.
But I think it's fair
to say.
Yeah.
And the thing about Red Dwarf is just the scripts. You know, it all comes from the mind of initially Grant and Naylor, and obviously since series 6 or 8 or 6 or 8, yeah. 6. It's been Doug Naylor, and the scripts. You know, that's the sort of the basis on which you say you're going to do a job, and the Red Dwarf scripts have been consistently high. And I think that's why, we're here today, because, we've got a great fan base. They're the people who've kept us going. And, we're looking forward to hopefully another series. So, yeah, it's been great.
Well, there's loads of people queuing up earlier on to get your autographs, which is marvellous. And, of course, you were saying that was the basis of your career, but I know you've all been in other things. But you were Mr. Britus, weren't you, in the British Empire?
I was indeed, yes.
Go, give us another one.
Frighteningly easy it is to switch back into, and suddenly you can suddenly switch between the character, and it becomes Mr. Britus. And also, I think it's safe to say that there's talk, the murmurs about possibly doing a pilot for another phase of that.
Oh wow!
So because we are in the era of comebacks, or whatever you call them.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you were the butler in Lara Croft.
In Lara Croft.
Lara Croft, yeah.
Yes.
As well as Lara and Laura.
Yeah, Laura and Lara.
You know.
Yeah, anything.
Well, these things come in threes. No, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, that was good fun. Being a very minor cog, really, in a huge machine. No, it was interesting working in such a huge movie and seeing how that works. Very different from the relative sort of small cottage industry of television, but it was good fun.
Is there going to be another one, another movie?
No, I think not with that franchise. I think there's not with that film company. I think there might be someone else has bought the Tomb Raider franchise, but not. I don't think it would be Paramount.
Let's get back to Red Dwarf. What is your favourite episodes? Is there one in particular you could say?
I mean, because it's also a question of memory. So, I mean, I certainly remember from the last series, from Series 10, the episode Lemons, which was a very popular episode, which we really enjoyed doing.
I think we're being bombed from behind here. By this person.
Danny, the cat.
I've been here for about 5 minutes, man.
Well, it's great to see you. So how do you like the cat? I mean, he's marvellous, isn't he? I mean, he loves himself so much.
Well, flamboyant and all of that, you know, show busy. Where else could you be except Scarborough? The mecca of showbiz lovies.
Absolutely. It's the centre of the world.
This is it. Summer season. You know, I started off doing summer seasons. Did you know that?
No.
Never made it to Scarborough.
So what is your favourite part in Red Dwarf? You know, what was your favourite episode?
Favourite episode?
Yeah.
When Dwayne Dibley appeared.
Yeah.
Because then I had 2 characters in one show, which is great, you know. It was a bit like playing, I don't know, I suppose, you know, all the greatest characters, you know, Superman, Clark Kent, Superman, Bruce Wayne, Batman, Cat, Dwayne Dibley.
Yeah, well, of course. You all seem to get on really well with each other. It must be a great atmosphere.
Oh, it is, yeah. When you come through adversity together, you know, because Red Dwarf wasn't exactly welcomed into the BBC. You know, it was turned down, and you know, so we when we first got the job, and then it had to be sort of we had to put the show down for a few months because there was an electrician strike. It looked like we were never going to ever get this show off the ground. And, you know, I think that bonds people together a lot because, you know, you're working to the same cause, which was to get this show on. And then finally getting it on and then having it, you know, 26 years later, I'm talking to you. It speaks for itself.
Well, it's great to talk to you, and I better let you get on with what you're doing, signing autographs and that.
The old boys are getting jealous.
Well, it's great to see you. Thank you very much. I'll say break a leg, everybody.
Break a leg.
And thanks for chatting to Scarborough TV News.
Thank you very much. This is the Ken Dodd Show, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, where is he?